Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the Mieshia show. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you guys for tuning in my last video about the new year, 2019 new year. If you haven't already looked at that after you watch this video, please go take a look and tell me your word of the year. But thank you for all the views, all the likes, and the shares, and thank you for the good comments and feedback on how I can improve my video. So shout out to you guys. I also want to give a shout out to my makeup artist, Brittany. Y'all, I always have to go up close to show you her makeup skills, and I wanted to do something new with like the color eyebrows. I seen it on Instagram and I loved it. And Brittany did so good. Shout out to my girl. If you have not already followed her, follow her at Faces by Brittany on IG. I think that's her Instagram name, Faces by Brittany. Sorry about that if I got it confused. Shout out to Brittany. But she did this. Fuck what y'all talking about. Excuse the language. Woo! One thing about me, off topic, I need to work on that. I love having my face beat. I know some people they love to shop and everything. One thing I love to look nice. I love to have makeup on. People that don't like makeup, you're missing out. Okay, I just want to let you know that. Shout out to Brittany one more time. So the topic of this show is going to be, this is my, ooh, excuse me, I kind of got the hiccups. Sorry about that. Y'all like, she is doing too much on this video. Sorry about that, guys. But this show is going to be about modeling one-on-one for people that's 21 and older. I'm not going to give advice for people that's younger because I feel like people want you to start into modeling younger. So it's like totally different from you because it's like people want you to be, the younger the better in modeling. So a lot of people, because I do model, check out my Instagram, Mieshia. A lot of people come to me and ask me, hey, how should I want to get into modeling. I'm a little bit older. How do I get into modeling? What should I do? I get that all the time. And it's fine. I just want to give people 5 steps that they can start off doing. And if it's not really something you're passionate about and you think you're going to make money super fast, don't do it. That's just my only advice to you. If you think you're going to get discovered right off the bat and you're going to be the next Kendall, what's her last name? Kendall Jenner. You're not going. She is the 10% in modeling that makes millions. It's other popular models that don't make as much money as her. So if you're not ready to really hustle and have some tough days, I would suggest not getting into modeling. It can be a harsh field, especially when you're older. So many people will say, aren't you old? Or aren't you this? Or if you're not the stereotypical model, if you don't have a tough sleeve, this is not something you want to get into. And the first advice I would like to give you is, one, find out what type of model you want to be. Now, this does not mean you have to limit yourself in one category. Or if you want to be commercial, you can only do commercial. I'm saying start off with what kind of photos you think you should do first. So then you can at least do good in that and then move on to the next type of modeling you want to do. If you want to do eye candy modeling, if you want to be an Instagram model, that is a valid model nowadays. There's nothing wrong with being an Instagram model. A lot of people have started their career of modeling on Instagram. Jasmine Sanders, quote unquote, the Golden Barbie, she started on Instagram and she has full contracts and she's on the runway with people. So just because you start off on Instagram don't mean you're not a model. But I would say figure out if you want to do commercial, high fashion, eye candy, swimwear, things like that, because you're gonna want to look at different magazines. If I want to be a commercial modeling, I'm going to look at H&M magazine. I'm going to look at maybe Lane Bryant magazine. I'm going to look at Target magazine. I'm going to look at those. That's different than maybe high fashion. If you want to be a commercial model, you're not going to look at a Vogue magazine. That's 2 different types of modeling, in my personal opinion. And a lot of commercial modeling, they may not get paid as much as the high fashion modeling, but they do have more jobs accessible to you. I know a lot of my model friends that do commercials. They were in TJ Maxx commercials, and they're also in other things. So it doesn't mean anything bad. Just figure out what type of model you want to be. Or if you want to be a person that do all of it, that's fine. You can do all of it. Just make sure you're looking at what you want to do so you can create your portfolio to look as the model. If you want to be a commercial modeling, you need to have a portfolio that gives me commercial work. If you want to be a high fashion modeling, you need to have a portfolio that gives me high fashion photos. So you need to, or if you want to do it all, have a portfolio that shows that you can do it all, you know? So that's my only suggestion. Find out the type of modeling you want to be. I'm looking at my notepad because I had to write it down. And also, when you're starting off, a portfolio is important. I had a model come to me, or a person that wanted to be a model that had no portfolio, but wanted to charge people a price for her to model. So what are you charging somebody for if you don't even have proof that you can do what type of modeling they want you to do? So if you're going to want to charge, please have that portfolio that say you can do that type of modeling. I don't see how it amazes me how some people don't have any professional photos and you want to charge people. What are you charging them for? A bathroom pic is not a professional photo. A photo of you out in a club is not a professional photo. Instagram photos is not a professional photos if you're reaching out to companies. If they're reaching out to you based on your following and your content on Instagram, that's a different thing. But you can't send out Instagram photos to companies. They're not going to book you through that, depending on work you're trying to look for. Now, if you're hot and you have a solid Instagram and they're reaching out to you, that's a different thing. Also, when you do build up your portfolio to where you want it, that you feel comfortable, where you can charge people, stand by it. You can't have an hourly rate, whether that be $50 an hour, $100 an hour. Stand by that rate. Don't have anybody, unless they're going to give you free clothes or compromise, you should still stand by your hourly rate, because at that point, it's a job, as long as you have the backing to prove it. So the next one would be, oh my God, if you're going to model, be professional as possible. Can I talk about hygiene? I've had too many photographers, shout out to Justin Locust, and makeup artists complain about how somebody came to a photo shoot, clothes was wrinkled, nails dirty, face dirty, not presentable at all. Especially if you're collaborating with somebody and you're trying to get free work when you're networking. If you're trying to offer work, even if you're not getting paid for it and you're building up your portfolio, if you're doing a photo shoot, get your nails done, at least clean, with a white gloss over it, a white top over it. When you're collaborating with a makeup artist, make sure your face is presentable. Make sure it's clean. Come professional. This is still a job, even if you're not paid for it. Because if the people you're working with and networking with don't think you're taking it seriously, they're not going to work with you again. And guess what? No matter where you live, the fashion industry, entertainment industry is small. So guess what? If they had a bad experience about you, 5 other people know about you already. 5. So make sure you're showering. Make sure you're coming presentable, because modeling is about how you feel. If you don't feel presentable in your best, if you haven't ate breakfast, if you haven't had your nails done, your face dirty, your clothes wrinkled, that's going to come off on your photos, I believe. When I don't have my nails done and I'm doing a full-blown photo shoot, I feel uncomfortable. I need my makeup done. So make sure your hygiene is up to par, regardless on if you're getting paid for it. Make sure you're coming in there clean clothes, not wrinkle free. Make sure you're coming ready. If you're doing a collab, make sure you have outfits. Know what you're shooting for. Make sure you have a direction on what you're going for. Another thing I would say, network. If you're starting off as a model and you don't know, don't think that you have to pay $250 for a photo shoot. Don't think you have to reach out to people and see if they're willing to work with you to collab. And be serious. When you say you want to collab with somebody, give them actual dates and time. Show up to those dates and times. Don't cancel if you can. If everything's always an emergency for you and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, a lot of people won't work with you and they're not going to think you're serious about modeling. So make sure when you're networking, you're giving people actual time. Don't be like, oh, I wish I could work with you. We should work together one day. Put that one day down. Are you free this day? I'm free this day. Let's go work. Make sure you're networking and you're working with people and you're keeping your word with your time. Because once you're not taken seriously, a lot of people are not going to work with you and they're not going to take you seriously. So that's my biggest suggestion. Make sure you network before you're spending all. You can do a photo shoot and have a makeup artist come in find other people that are trying to build up their portfolio. If there may be one makeup artist or photographer that don't want to work with you, but I guarantee it's 5 other people that will work with you. So if you're trying to build up your portfolio, find other people that are trying to build up their portfolio too. That'll help you get shots and that'll help you grow in whether or not you can do photo shoots. Once again, taking a picture with your phone is totally different than being in an actual photo shoot where lights are beaming down on you, where you're actually on set, there's people around and everything else. It's totally different. So get comfortable in that environment. Also get comfortable, take a few photos outside. Get your head in the game to where you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable environment to see how you can grow as a model. And look at magazines, look at what other makeup artists is doing, or use your word as inspiration. So that would be my only advice. So let me go over the top 5 things that I just went over just to reiterate before I end this out. 1, build a portfolio. You cannot charge a rate if you don't have a portfolio. In my personal opinion, people are not going to pay you if they don't have photo shoots. And that's not if they don't have work they don't have what you can do. So build a portfolio. Hygiene. When you're doing photo shoots, when you're working with other people, make sure your hygiene is up to par. Clean nails, wrinkle-free clothing, makeup done, or if you are getting your makeup done, face clean. Try to be presentable. Hair kind of somewhat done, whether it's a wig or not. Make sure it's on point. Network with people. See who else is trying to build up a portfolio. Modeling does not have to be tons of money, but I will tell you, if you take modeling seriously, you're gonna have to put money in it regardless. So network to see who's trying to build up their portfolio to see if you can get some free work done. And it's nothing wrong with networking. It can't go wrong. 2, figure out your hourly rate once you build up a portfolio and you have enough experience. Do not be charging people $50 an hour and you have no experience. You have bathroom pics, that's all. You have mirror pics. What are you charging people $50 an hour for mirror pics for? That's different than actually being on set. And it's okay to have a rate, but I know a lot of us want to be up here when we're still down here. And it's good to think highly of yourself, but gradually, we always leveling up. But we can't think that we're so high that we never level up because we ain't never humble ourselves. So make sure you're doing that. And most importantly, this is the most all important. Figure out what type of model you want to be. If you want to be across the board, that's fine. Make sure your portfolio show you across the board, commercial, high fashion, e-commerce, whatever you, commercial and e-commerce is two different things. I know people get that mixed up. It's actually two different kind of modeling. Eye candy, video vixen. Figure out what kind of model you want to be and cater your portfolio to that type of modeling. If you want to be all across the board, make sure you cater your portfolio to that modeling. And, you know, so I hope that helped you guys. I know a lot of people have been asking. This video is not catered to my wide audience, but I will say to anybody that's trying to do anything, you will never know you can't do it until you try it. So regardless on if you're trying to model, being a makeup artist, trying to get yourself out there, if you're trying to be a writer, if you're trying to be a doctor or whatever, the first step is to do it. The first step is to try it. So I hear a lot of people, I want to do this, I want to do this, but I'm too old, I'm too that. You're limiting yourself right off the bat by saying, I wish I can do this, but I can't do this. I can't get that. I don't have no money. Use what you have to make your dream work for you. So that's for anybody, no matter if you want to be a model, a TV director, makeup artist, a doctor. Use what you have to get you to point A to B. So that's my advice for you guys. What's some advice you would give somebody that's just trying to break into any career? My advice would be to just try it. The worst thing you can do is have to start again, and that's fine. What advice would you give somebody that's trying to start off into a career that they don't have any experience in, or that it's tough for them because they haven't done it before? Comment below. Tell me what you think. Give me all advice. We're a family here. Help our community so we can all start in our dream and do what we want to do. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys so much. Shout out to Brittany for my bomb makeup. I'm going to come close again. Thank you, Brittany girl. Thank you. Thank you, Brittany, for doing my makeup. Once again, you can follow her at Faces by Brittany, and you can follow me at MieshiaMarie.com. Thank you guys for joining in. I'll see you next time. Bye.